na ito, 106,824 bags.
In kilos, that's...
That's 5,341,200
Okay, for
kilograms.
December, it's 5.3 million kilos. January.
Nationwide po ito. Aging stocks.
January.
January by, ano na ba tayo? Late January or middle to late January, mga 308,539.
In kilos para...
Times 50.
So 5.3.
That's 15,426,950
February.
kilos. Ginigiling pa lang po ngayon.
Just give us the estimate for the 3 months. So 5.3 million kilos December, 15 million kilos January, February ano?
Assumption lang po, no? It's the same as
So it's 15 million kilos
15
again.
million kilos.
And you will have this sold through Kadiwa markets and Kadiwa rice retailers.
As P29 po, na 29 pesos po na nila kukuhanin sa amin.
Okay. My question earlier, based on the law, what's the point of reckoning? Date of milling or date of delivery of palay? Or is it silent?
We will check po kung ano talaga
We
yung
already
reckoning
checked eh. The law was there, kaya nga binasa. And I think it's not written there. It says aging rice can be sold into Kadiwa centers and other government outlets.
Wala po sa batas pero nandun po sa operating manual na.
Sorry, nasa?
Operating manual po.
And the operating manual was crafted by
the NFA board po.
and the NFA board can actually convene and amend that. If
That's
we are
also-
talking about affecting the price of rice, market price of rice.
They have redefined it before. Dati po 6 months siya, ginawa po nilang 3 months. So I believe so, Madam Chair.
Hindi, kaya nga. Pero hindi naman kasi nakalagay doon kung ang point of reckoning is delivery of palay or date of milling. In other words, that's flexible. So you can interpret it both ways. And if the price is high because of middlemen who are manipulating the price, then you can put aging rice out in the market, and aging rice is defined as either 3 months since milling or 3 months since the palay was delivered. Because what is not explicit in the law should not be interpreted in the way you would prefer to have it interpreted, or kung ano yung kinagisnan.
Yes, Madam Chair. Yun nga po, dati po 6 months yung ginawa na po nilang 3 months. So, ibig sabihin, yung NFA Council po, pwede mag-decide.
Precisely.
Opo.
Oo, so pwede nating sabihin na yung point of reckoning ng aging rice is delivery of palay.
If the council member will decide so, Madam Chair.
How frequent does the council meet? And how early can you meet? And can you virtually meet?
Actually po medyo hindi ganun kadalas ang meeting ng council, but we can pass ad referendum resolution kung talagang kinakailangan.
Yes, because you can just comply with the 15 million or 20 million per month. Kailang December is also critical. If you have 33 pesos or 32 pesos per kilo rice, anyway, it will not be that much eh. In fact, even with the 275 million kilos, that's only 0.05% of the total consumption of the country. So it will affect the price, maglalabasan yung bigas, bababa sila, but it will not create losses on the part of the businessmen. But it will cut the profit of the middlemen. So Mr. Chair, if I can again reiterate, may we request NFA to be religiously consistent in their data. At kung merong mali, i-correct na agad. At kung hindi pwede, sabihin na agad. Pero pag nahanapan ng paraan, sundin naman natin kung ano ang nararapat. Okay? So, they have 5.3 million kilos of rice available for December, 15 million kilos of rice January and every month onwards to be sold to Kadiwa rice retailers. Initially in Metro Manila and in Region 3 and Region 4A to affect the price of rice. So yan po, Mr. Chair. And for the Council to convene immediately, even virtually, so that the definition can be clarified. It can apply both ways. Anyway, if the price is not that high, then you can implement that the point of reckoning is upon milling. Pero kung mataas, then point of reckoning is upon delivery of the palay. We have that commitment, Mr. Chair.
We will explain this, Your Honor, no, sa Council so that we can get their approval.
Oh, admin, there's a requirement already for us to dispose of this. Yung yung commitment na 5,341,000. That one's okay na. All right, so it's just redefining yung date of reckoning na lang para sa aging ninyo.
Bale, Mr. Chair, the
Yes.
5.3 million is okay na in terms of
Wala na.
definition. But our point here is we were actually talking about 25 to 50 million kilos per month. Because 5 million will be very low compared to the population of NCR. So we have no recourse but to accept that. But what I'm pointing is the fact that it can actually be 25 million because interpretation of the law can be actually both ways. So once and for, ang sinasabi kasi ni admin, merong bagong interpretation, blah, blah, blah. That's the new law that was signed, I think, 2 weeks ago. But what is still in effect now is the old law. And therefore, if the law is silent, then it does not define the point of reckoning as the day of milling. At the end of the day, Mr. Chair, the NFA officials, walang maghahabol sa inyo kapag interes ng taong bayan ang tiningnan natin. Yung mga nakasuhan kasi dati, binenta nila ng 25 pesos sa malalaking negosyante at binenta ng 45 pesos sa tao. Pero ito, ibibenta nyo ng 29, ibibenta sa retail market ng 33 or 32 pesos, 33 pagka sa probinsya, then it will not really encourage anyone. Part of the risk in government service is that. Pero ito naman, talaga namang, meron bang kakasuhan ka dahil binenta mo yung bigas ng mura?
Makukuha po minsan. Ay, hindi,
Hindi, if you want, then we can actually request COA to give an official interpretation. And then that will, just tell us what you need, what your problems are, and we'll check on how Congress and how our leaders and the leadership and the Speaker can come into and help you. Diba? So thank you, Mr. Chair. Merry
you.
Christmas.
So yes, if you could comply with the request of Honorable Garin. So
One
yes.
point, sorry, Mr. Chair, last point. Can we change the name? Pasensya na ha, because when we were in the meeting yesterday, I was being told, syempre, pag aging, may konting amoy na. Bilang isang babae, hindi ko alam kung natamaan ako o hindi. No, but with that, Mr. Chair, ang pangit, medyo hindi kasi maganda yung, sabi ni admin, pag 2 months pa lang daw na aging, konti pa yung amoy, pag 3 months daw, medyo, hindi na daw, medyo maamoy na. Pero lahat yata ng mga Bisaya, hindi nangangamoy. But then, Mr. Chair, maybe we change the terminology. Kasi di ba parang ang pangit na, binenta mo kasi aging na. Can we possibly, we can just say, freshly harvested rice. Oh.
Based on time
Actually
na lang.
Mr.
Not
Chair,
based on smell.
Actually, binago na po namin ang term. Hindi pa lang kami sanay. It's
Ano yung term?
non-regular stocks.
Hindi ayun. Then why don't we use that?
Regular and non-regular stocks na po. Medyo sanay pa lang din tayo baka.
No, but admin, it should not be them adjusting to us. It should be us adjusting to the situation. Kasi medyo pangit pakinggan eh. And actually, maraming kumakain ng bigas,